friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, so if you have been part of this community here for some time, you may have wondered where I went. And so this video is just going to be like a little life update where I have been the last few months, some of the things that our family has just been going through together, and also just some life updates in terms of like school and homemaking. And so grab a cup of tea or hang out with me while you're washing your dishes. This is just going to be a little chit chat video for those that have been wondering just what's been going on. Sometimes because of life circumstances, we just need to take a break. And I did not plan this to happen, but life happened and I just had to take a step back from YouTube, social media in general, and reserve the little energy that I did have for my home and my family. So now, if you're new around here or you've just recently come across my channel, I'm so glad you're here. I share all things like homemaking, homeschooling, clean living, low tox, favorite swaps, some like day in the lives, recipes, kind of a modge podge of basically motherhood. And I really enjoy sharing on here. I've just enjoyed meeting all of you. So definitely say hi in the comments. Maybe tell me where you're from and how you came across my channel. But let's get to the nitty gritty of what has been going on. So I did not plan to get off of here. In fact, I had like 2 videos done. And in early September, we found out we were expecting baby number 5. It was, we were trying, not really, it was our first month, but we found out we were pregnant, which was very exciting. And by week 6, so it was like week 5, week 6, the nausea hit me. And I was more sick than I ever had. And this was my, I have to count, this was my 7th pregnancy. I have 4 children. So I have 2 girls, and then I had a miscarriage, earlier miscarriage, and then I had a son, and then I had an ectopic pregnancy, and then I have another son who is going to be 2 years old next month. And this was my 7th pregnancy. So I was, the short of it, I felt like I was debilitated. I felt like the life of me had been completely zapped out. Anything that, any inspiration, whether it was homeschooling or homemaking, everything was gone. I felt like my brain was just not working the way that it should be. I quite literally felt like the life had been zapped out of me. And I do typically get nauseous to an extent. We were guessing it was a girl because we were recalling, my husband and I, that I had been sicker with the girls, but they're my oldest, so it had been like 9 years since I had been pregnant with a girl, so we couldn't really remember. I definitely wasn't that sick with my boys. The fatigue, all of it. If you've been there and done first trimesters, you completely understand. And by week 8, week 9, like I was puking 3-4 times a day. And so there was nothing really in me. There were so many days like I wanted to share. We were pregnant, we were expecting, wanted to share like a day in the life with pregnant sick woman. But I'm like, who wants to see that? Who wants to be like, oh, woe is me, right? And so I just, instead of, I guess, being vulnerable of how I was feeling, I ended up just really reflecting and being introspective, and had the energy that I had, the little that I had to, try to make meals for my family, try to keep homeschool going. And I'll share a life update with how that even went in the first trimester. So I had planned to share an announcement on here, around Thanksgiving, along with all other places on social media, hitting that like 13-week mark. But then the day before Thanksgiving, actually 3 days before Thanksgiving, I had a 13-week ultrasound, or 13-week appointment. My 12-week appointment I had rescheduled, so it was a 13-week appointment. And I had an ultrasound done early at 8 weeks just because of my miscarriages in the past. and baby's heart rate and everything was really good. The kids were with me that day actually, and we were just all very excited. So a couple weeks ago, at my 13-week appointment, the Doppler did not pick up a heartbeat. I knew in my gut, I think already without even an ultrasound, that for some reason I just knew that we had lost the baby. Sorry. I have had a few weeks to process this, so I feel like I'm doing better now than I had, but it's still hard. So then 2 days later, the day before we were supposed to go actually out of town for Thanksgiving, I had another appointment with my midwife because I've had all my children have been at home, so I don't actually see an OB. I have a midwife. So we met and I had an ultrasound done, which confirmed that baby had stopped growing. It was measured at 12 weeks, 12 weeks, 4 days. So I was further along than my previous miscarriage, and it warranted me scheduling an appointment with an OB and figuring all that out. I ended up waiting 2.5 weeks, which I can honestly say is the hardest thing I've gone through. And, you know, life is not without its difficulties, without its trials. I think we all experience sorrow and loss in some way and in some form. But I definitely, and if you've had to go through this, you can probably relate that carrying around the baby that had passed away inside me was very, very hard. I felt like I was in a fog and just waiting and praying to pass the baby, literally praying for my body to register and pass baby. But the OB had given me, that I ended up meeting at the hospital, and they gave me 2.5 weeks. And then I decided, along with my husband and just advice from some close friends and the doctor, that I would have a D&C if baby did not pass after 2.5 weeks. And so that was about a week ago that was done. And I actually felt emotionally at peace after that was over. It was much harder for me to have baby inside me than to actually have passed, and just I had an enormous amount of peace for moving forward with my family. And that was really important, and I'm so grateful for that. I thank the Lord that he was able to just give me that, because it is the holiday season, and I really wanted to be present here for my 4 kids and just, you know, enjoy all the traditions and all the things that this season brings. So I was really grateful to just have that. So that is basically what has been going on. So it has been a long 3.5 months, basically. I don't know how long it's been, 3 or 4 months. It's been a long time since I've shown my face here on YouTube, but I know I had a few recorded before. So I don't know how long it's actually been. I am moving forward now. I have so much to share with you guys. The ideas, you know, in the quiet places, like, I have so much to share. I'm excited to blatantly share just some Christmas things. You know, even if they come out the day before Christmas, hopefully you'll still find them helpful, even if it's for next year, that are going to be coming out over the next week or two. Hopefully you're enjoying your holiday season. So let me just share like a few life updates just to catch you up to where we're up to speed in December. I had been sharing about Ambleside as far as like a homeschool update goes. We are in term 2, and I think next year I really want to adjust our schedule so that at the holiday season we are ending a term. I do not like having this limbo in the middle of a term during the holiday season. That's just my take on currently where we're at. So we like started term 2, we are a couple weeks in, and then it was like the holidays. And so I feel like it kind of like disrupts things. So we are doing, I've shared this over on my Instagram, but we are doing the Hallelujah Advent that my sister-in-law recommended to me, and we are loving this. This goes through Handel's Messiah. So that has been a true joy. But as far as like Christmas school goes, that is really all we're doing differently. And then we're having like 2 regular weeks, and then we'll have 3 weeks off of school. We are still loving Ambleside. I have changed a few things, which I'll go into in another video after the holidays, just of how we're running our like day-to-day lessons that have worked really well for my oldest 2 girls, who are basically the ones that are school age. As far as like homemaking goes, I feel like I abruptly ended with like that first year garden that we did, and when the nausea hit, I have to say that my mom was such a godsend blessing, because she helped me can a lot of the remainder things. I could not stand the smell of tomatoes, like just horrible. But we successfully finished canning it. It was amazing. It's all winterized now. I'm really excited for that next year. And we have been enjoying the pickles and the tomatoes and the green beans. I think that was basically all we preserved. And the peppers. Everything's been super yummy. So that was been a lot of fun. And then as far as like my house goes, you guys, nothing was basically cleaned for 3 months, no deep cleaning. And so the last few weeks, as my hormones have shifted and I felt more like myself, we have been playing like a major catch up. And I finally feel like we have order, and it's perfect because we're going into the holiday season, and I just feel like, I just need those corners vacuumed. So that's what we've been up to in terms of like, household things. And then I've just, I've had a lot of time. I would say the blessing in going through that first trimester and just having a lot of sickness, but made me slow down a lot. And I have to say, I have been reading a lot of books, nonfiction, fiction, and just that has brought me a lot of joy. Just having the peace and quiet and that time to just reflect and focus. So I would love to know if you guys have been reading anything good lately. I'm thinking about doing just some book reviews of things that I read in 2023. So if you would like that, see that video, let me know down below. But it has been good. It has been good. That is everything that basically we have just been up to. And I felt like, how could I hop back in here and start sharing with you guys all the homeschool things and home things and our life as a family here. And I just felt like it was important that I shared what happened, where I went. Hopefully, we're back here ready to go, ready to just, build community once again. And so I hope that all of you guys are just really enjoying your holiday season. I will share down below some just videos from last year, like homeschool videos, day in the lives, my presents and holiday recommendations. And then you can wait for a few more that are going to be coming out before Christmas. And then we will get back to regular homemaking, homeschooling content on this channel. And again, thank you all of you for just supporting me and just being here and being patient with me as I walked through a very hard season for our family and for myself personally. I appreciate all of you. So I will be seeing you soon. That is just a little update of all the things. So thanks again for being here. Bye.